if I'm gonna be really real with you, especially the Patreon who requested me to review these 5 episodes, this episode is the least favorite out of the 5. I'm not saying that it's a terrible episode, which is why there's no Cartoon Crisis 3 intro. It's just the message of what this episode is trying to deliver involving Bingo's father playing with her. It's not clever. Like, I understand that fathers and sometimes mothers do these types of things to their siblings, but at the same time, knowing full well that the majority of the episode is Bingo's father just playing with her, and Bluey and her mother are trying to stop him from taking over Bingo's bad mood, I honestly thought that the episode was gonna be completely different before watching it. When I saw the opening of the episode, well, Bingo's mother is telling her daughter that she's acting cheeky, then I honestly thought that the rest of the episode was going to center around Bingo acting rudely against the other characters. But considering that this is a school involving preschoolers, I'm going to assume that it wouldn't even work, and I'm going to assume that the episode wouldn't be greenlit in the first place. Considering that Bingo's father doesn't approve on wearing a Viking helmet when it comes to turning Bingo into a bad mood, it really feels like that he wasn't really enjoying himself throughout the entire episode. Even though in front of his children, he's just trying to be a good father, despite the fact that he doesn't like being in a bad mood. Here's the thing. Upon watching this episode and the fact that Bingo's father doesn't approve on playing bad mood with Bingo, then he's either only doing this to play with his children, or the fact that he's only doing what he's told for the sake of Bluey having the motivation to snap Bingo out of it. I'm saying, I understand that the motivations of the characters aren't supposed to be taken seriously, considering that they're only doing this for fun, but considering that I'm questioning the motivations of Bingo's father, then I can't take the good nature of this show seriously. Like, yes, I understand that he's not supposed to be a better father since he's doing his job well, but at the same time, the way I see it, it really feels like that he's only doing this in order to make an episode out of it. And in all honesty, even if you may disagree with me, you need to understand that I'm not really a fan of these types of preschool plots. While I did praise the animation yesterday, that doesn't automatically mean that I enjoyed the character designs. I mean, they're not bad, but I've seen better character designs from other shows, and since that this is still a preschool show, the character designs are slightly different from each other, like the sizes, which is mostly obvious, but at the same time, it's mostly a recolor of the characters being different from each other. Like, I understand you shouldn't take that kind of criticism legitimately, but at the same time, when it comes to My Little Pony, they at least try to make different character designs, despite being similar with each other. Granted, I could be wrong considering that these 5 episodes are the ones I'm watching that's centered around Bluey and her family, and the fact that Christmas Swim had other characters, but like I said, I'm gonna be expressing my opinions on this show completely on Friday, so keep that in mind. When it comes to the ending, well, Bingo's mother is controlling Bingo in order to be cuddly, it's just there. I'm sorry, I didn't find this charming or cute. It's just that I found this episode difficult to enjoy, that this ending just didn't work out for me. Like, I get that the mother and father are mostly different in this episode, but the way I see it, considering that Bingo had dealt with her mother in the beginning of the episode when it comes to her mother telling that she is acting cheeky, it just really feels off to think that Bingo is mostly forgiving. Like, she may be the youngest in the family, but there's a difference on being too good-natured around her family. Like, I've seen that multiple times in other preschool shows in the past, even in books. And while it may be a difference back then when I read those and saw those in the 2000s, this, on the other hand, especially being aired in the 2020s, it just doesn't work out for me. Especially since that Bingo's father messed up his wife's hanging of drying things. In all honesty, I just think that this show is slightly too good to nature. With that being said, I'm giving this episode a 5 out of 10. It's not a terrible episode, but it didn't get me invested completely, unlike in the last 2 episodes. At least the first episode had something, but with this, it just didn't work out for me. But that's just my opinion.